All right, guys, I'm here with Rupert and myself. We are going to tell you guys about a new top 10 coin that exploded into the top 10 rankings. This is absolutely insane. Where did TON come from? I'm going to tell you the whole story of where TON came from, what the heck it's doing in the top 10 market cap. But most importantly, guys, I'm going to tell you where to look at to find the next 100x. And yes, that is what we're going to do because it was really shocking to see this thing creeping up into the top 10. But when I was at Token 2049, there's a lot of people talking about this. Not a whole lot. This is why I'm excited to bring it to you guys nice and early. So we're going to get into the history, and then we're going to go into the ecosystem. I'm going to tell you why this is exciting, why I'm bullish on it, and exactly what to look for. So as you can see, guys, today you have TON in Coin Market Cap. It's actually number 9 here on CoinGecko. It's number 10. Either way, it's up here near the top. With a $8 billion, $8.5 billion fully diluted valuation. So let's get into what is TON and is the open network. This was originally built by the team from Telegram, and in 2018 they had a huge ICO and they had to refund a lot of money to the investors, and then it was taken over by open source developers. So we have TON, and this is why it's really interesting and quite exciting. So you can see that a lot of the stuff is done directly in the Telegram app, and I'll get into why that's so massive in just a little bit here, but it is absolutely massive. Right now, there's 800 million users of Telegram, and that's growing at a rapid rate. If you've been watching my channel recently, you know I've been talking about Telegram. It's Web3 applications, integrations, and things that are being built on there. We've seen the rise of the Telegram bots from things like Unibots, Banana Gun, these kind of guys, and also I think the gaming and casino space is going to get massive on this. But there's a lot of really cool stuff going on here. So you can see that right now it's an $8 billion market cap, $55 million of volume, ranked number 9. And this has potential to get really, really huge. So this isn't meant to be a deep dive on TON. I am not endorsing or anything here, as I haven't dove deep enough, but I do know there's a lot of people that are very excited about this, and for very good reason. So you can see one of the things that I like about it a lot is I think that from the brief history and things that I've learned from the Telegram founders is that they seem pretty, like, I don't know about anarchists, but very much in favor of things like decentralization. So you can see there's some really cool features built into here, like anonymous eSIM. So everywhere we go in the world today, we need a passport or something to buy SIM cards. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to have anonymous wireless access. But here on the TON blockchain, you can actually buy an anonymous eSIM with TON, which is, I think, extremely cool, especially with things like all these SIM swaps and things like that. These SIM swaps are serious. You see people losing millions and millions and millions of dollars who are getting their wallets hacked by SIM swaps. They also have domains. Fragment also allows you to buy Telegram premium accounts, NFTs, and much more use cases. You also have TON sites, TON proxy, TON World Wide Web, and basically they're just building a way to kind of create websites in a decentralized fashion, probably censorship resistant, immutable, things like that, and TON storage, which is, I guess, their version of IPFS. It is a really robust ecosystem. Again, not meant to be a deep dive in this whole topic, but incredibly fascinating. So they raised $1.7 billion. They had to refund $1.2 billion and pay a penalty to the SEC. After that, it was taken over by the TON Foundation. But the original founders of this was built by Nikolai Durov and Pavel Durov, the brothers that created Telegram. And you can see that now it's in the hands of the Open Foundation, or TON Foundation, which is this team here. There's no crossover in the teams. My guess is that this was done because they had to separate themselves. And so right now, there's nothing I could find that shows how actively involved, the founders, Nikolai and Pavel, are from Telegram in TON. But if I had to guess, I would say they're extremely involved, right? Could you imagine building your own layer 1 blockchain and having a huge delivery system like the Telegram app itself and then having the SEC, and these guys are Russian founders, by the way. You have the SEC, an American, civil thing, tell you that you can't do this, right? That would be so frustrating. So my guess is that they consulted with some lawyers or attorneys, found out the best path forward, how to protect themselves, and they basically said, okay, we're putting this open source code up. They basically handed it to their friends or some guys that they knew. And there's one particular thing that I think is interesting. So the way that the supply was done was they're calling it initial proof of work. And so TON has had proof of work for the initial distribution of the tokens, and now it's done by proof of stake. But there was one thing in here where it says that the Telegram team put all the available coins of the network into smart contracts, which anyone can mine on equal terms. And so there is the circulating supply. It's not fully circulating. So I think there's only 3.4 billion coins out of the 5 billion that are circulating. So that's why I think that language is a little bit weird. The question is, where are the additional 1.5 billion tokens? And my guess is that that's in the hands of the Telegram founders, team, early developers, things like that. I just don't know. Maybe the information's out there, but I haven't found it yet. So as you can see, this is really becoming a behemoth here. So you can see that all of these charts, kind of like the number of accounts, on-chain active wallets, these are new wallets every single day that are popping up. Transactions, NFTs mined, Jedin wallets, and I believe Jedin are just their word of saying like they're ERC20s. It's fungible tokens. Total DNS is sold, and TON DNS trading volume, everything's up and to the right. So you can see this active ecosystem that's extremely growing. So what is TON and how does it work? It's a flexible multi-blockchain platform capable of processing millions of transactions per second with Turing-complete smart contracts, upgradable formal blockchain specifications, multi-cryptocurrency value transfers, support for micropayments, channels, and off-chain payment networks. It's also a peer-to-peer network, distributed file storage technology, a network proxy, and an anonymizer layer. You also have TON DNS, TON payments, and the token itself. So really robust ecosystem. Now, I don't know exactly how the smart contracts are done. I know it is a smart contract platform, but I don't know exactly how it works, the smart contracts on here yet. I just know it's an ecosystem of, they call it like a blockchain of blockchains. So one of the things I wanted to show you that I missed earlier was, let's see, where is it? Here. So you can see how easy all this stuff is. This is why I'm quite bullish. So let's look at some of these examples of these videos here. So you can see the wallet is just right in Telegram. You just go wallets, boom, there it is. And now you have your wallet within Telegram. Super easy. Games, this is how interesting it is to launch apps inside of Telegram. You can see that you can just go right directly in Telegram, one click, and you open up applications and games. And I saw this when I was at Token 2049, some guys building in Telegram applications, and it's actually really impressive just to be able to one click and it just loads with no latency very quickly. And you can see this all happens within the app in a seamless way. They've also done account abstraction here. You can see when you click swap, it doesn't ask you to confirm or sign transactions or pay gas. So this is all done on the back end, which is really, really clean. It's going to make it very much easier for people to onboard, people to use. You can have fiat in your wallet. You could have different types of tokens from different ecosystems. Not just TON, but you can have Ethereum. You can have all these kind of different things. And then, of course, you can send to your friends and things like that with the DNS, right? It's the same as kind of ENS or anything like that. So here's where the big news was and why it's a big bullish tick recently. It's because of this announcement at Token 2049 where TON Blockchain Foundation together with Telegram announced their partnership within the framework of Token 2049 conference. Main points in cooperation, Wallet Telegram will have direct access to 800 million messenger users via the menu integration, except for USA, of course. Full rollout of the feature will begin in November. Telegram will provide priority access to its advertising platform to TON projects and partners. So they're giving incentive here and saying that they developed this really robust advertising network. And if you're an app building on Ton and you're using Telegram, you could have access to this advertising network, which can help bring in revenue and things like that, which is quite exciting. And this point is pretty crazy here. By 2028, Ton plans to reach 30% of all Telegram users. I'll talk to you in a second about how massive that is. And so let's look at that right now. So it says that the messenger expects a number of active users to grow to 1.5 billion within 3 to 5 years. So 30% of that is 450 million users. And the daily active users, daily active wallets of Ethereum right now are between 3 to 400,000 daily. So that's a 1,000x on the active users or wallets on Ethereum at the moment. So there's reasons here, I think, why you can be pretty bullish on Telegram. Now, it does have an $8 billion valuation. And yes, I don't know these 250 or 12 million. Is that $12 million FTV? Let's just check out Coin Market Cap real quick and see if it matches up here. But yeah, so you can see on Coin Market Cap, it says it's number 9. And yeah, $12 million fully diluted valuation. So if you go back and you look at something like, let's say like Solana, which is now below Ton, and look at their market cap, go to all time, and you can see that it reached to, about almost $80 billion in fully diluted valuation. So, which is pretty crazy. So the play here isn't necessarily on Ton directly as a token, right? We'll get into what the play is here in just a minute. So stay tuned. But you can see that here, now let's get into different kind of ecosystem stuff, right? So you can use a bridge. Sorry, excuse me just a second. Have to see. Woo. Okay, so you can bridge to Ton, and I'll get into this in a second. That's the big play. So you can also see there's a very, very active and growing ecosystem here in Telegram. There's over 551 apps currently building the ecosystem. You've got everything from wallets, exchanges, explorers, tokens, utilities, channels, chats, exchanges, gambling, gaming, NFT collections, NFT services, social networking, staking. So I would encourage you guys to all go check out this ecosystem and see who's building what. And, I haven't done a huge amount of due diligence to see which one of these might be really good plays, but I would be willing to bet that some of these things are going to have some absolute ridiculous growth because of the ease of use for these kind of things. So there's also a launchpad, Ton Starter, like an Aave-like protocol called EVA. There's also VPNs there. I really like the ability to get the anonymous eSIM, for example. And there's it's a lot of great stuff. They also have liquid staking here. So you can see if you just stake your Ton, and right now on this platform, BMO, you can get 25% APY on your Ton staking. And here's where we get into some kind of like the inefficient markets or the arbitrage kind of opportunity. You've got Solana TVL right now is 311 million. You can see at the all-time high was like 10 billion. The TVL for Ton right now is only 10.4 million, but it's got a higher valuation right now than Solana. So this ecosystem it's kind of baffling, the valuation of it right now with all things considered, but this is really, really low. Now, what's the biggest contributor to TVL? It's this Megatron Finance. So Megatron right now is I think the only DEX that has a smart contract audits and are audited by its smart contracts. And you can see these different APYs. You can contribute LP to the DEX right now and get these kind of ridiculous APYs. And so I'm wondering if, maybe the TVL is just coming from people yield farming. That's very, very potential with these very high APYs. It's very, very possible. But, right now the market cap of Megatron is just $2 million. Market cap with a $20 million FTV, 10% is circulating, so that's something to be aware of. But even at a $20 million FTV, it's still significantly lower than something like I know it's like maybe you can't, not really fair to use Uniswap, for example, as an exact comparison, but look at the value of Uniswap, right, is fully diluted market cap of 4.46 billion, right? So and I don't, I'm not saying that Megaton is going to get up to Uniswaps, but I am trying to give you some kind of comparison. Let's see like what Trader Joe's is looking at, because I think that is very possible to Trader Joe. Is it just called Joe? It's just called Joe, right? Yeah. So Joe is at a fully diluted of 121. So you've got at least a 6 here, but and a 40x on market cap, right? So and I think that you can expect probably this ecosystem is huge. So if we really see this thing explode, which it kind of feels like it is, because of the ease of use, because if you build an app or a DApp on Telegram, you have access to the entire user base in a very seamless way. And I think this is really exciting, guys. I think that, really, so what I'm going to be doing, and maybe, I'll make a video, let me know in the comments below if you want me to make like the top 10, projects building on Telegram or Ton or something like that, but in the quick due diligence I did today, Megaton looked like one of the best kind of low cap, high risk, high reward potentials here in the Ton ecosystem. But I'm very much looking forward to diving in deeper. Guys, I hope you found this incredibly valuable. I know I did when I dug in. I'm quite impressed by everything that Telegram is doing, or Ton is doing. I want to say that they're one-on-one because I know that because of the announcements and the partnerships and just the way that entrepreneurs are, there's got to be, these are heavily linked to each other. The Telegram team and the Ton team and Ton development. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been here for 12 years. Like the video if you haven't. Thanks, guys. Check in the next one.